Christmas Eve message from Sanat Kumara. Tonight is Christmas Eve. Many around the globe who call themselves Christians are celebrating the birth of their Savior, Jesus Christ. It is a beautiful story of love, new life, loyalty and hope. It has inspired people throughout the past 2,000 years to search for a higher purpose, to search for the best in themselves, and to be of service to their fellow man. I am Sanat Kumara. I lived a life on earth in my past incarnation as a rabbi, a physical therapist and a psychotherapist, a combination which seemed completely in synchrony to me. I came into that life with the vision which allowed me to see into the center of a person's being, to feel the difference between what they were taught to believe and what they truly felt in their hearts. I did not have the language then to describe what my student KATHRYN has so eloquently written. I left that very difficult task to her to write the book which would illustrate our work, and to bring those teachings to the world. I began teaching what KATHRYN has called visual centering during the 1950s, when it became clear to me that people needed a way to change the basic thinking patterns they had set in place during childhood. Those patterns recreated the reflexes, the feelings and the ideas about oneself from earliest days, and caused recurring pain and anguish in adulthood. None of the teachings I found in psychology or religion truly addressed the terrible distress I saw in the adults around me. I was inspired to develop a new way of addressing these lingering traumas when none of the techniques I had learned truly allowed people to leave the residual conditioning behind. I sought complete freedom for myself and for the people who came to learn a new way to address the problems which plagued them. I saw, with my mind's eye, that the tracks of their feelings were laid down along the optic nerve, registering the record of disappointment, emotional pain and fear, especially fear which prevented them from achieving the happiness they longed for. I began to see how I could teach them to iron out the blockages that held them back from the full expression of creativity and love they were capable of. When they were able to refocus their eyes, to perceive the present, the moment of reality they were experiencing, without shadings and colorings from the past, they could truly be free. It was not a concept that could be accepted by the fields which studied psychological trauma, which were so separated by intellectual boundaries that it was difficult for a medical doctor to speak the same language as a psychologist or a sociologist or an anthropologist. We had to wait 50 years for those disciplines to discover the common ground which merges when one looks to their hearts for truth. Now, you are beginning to awaken, all of you, to the dawning of the new golden era, where spirituality is now seen as the pursuit of truth, love, and service to others. It is indeed a new time, and it gives me great pleasure to see the quickening of hearts as all humanity begins to see the connections between things, the oneness and belonging you have longed for, the awareness of God as the source of all things and the essence of love. I have passed the torch which I lit during the 50 years of working as a psychotherapist in New York City to my student, KATHRYN, who has taken the teachings far beyond what I originally developed. My heart swells with love and pride when I see how she has been able to combine our work with a deep connection to God, going far beyond any religious belief systems which have held sway on the planet until now. I was not able to do this in my lifetime, although my training as a Reformed rabbi allowed me quite a lot of latitude to explore ancient teachings. I was still steeped in the religion which did not allow me to feel the deep connection to Sada and his teachings. It is ironic, is it not, that I, who was the one who supported and encouraged Sada to take on this difficult endeavor, the ascension of planet Earth, was unable in my incarnate existence on Earth to maintain the awareness of our deep soul connection. It was a humbling experience to realize, upon leaving the body to return to Shambhala, that I had lived an entire life without realizing who I was or who I was most completely in tune with, because of the teachings of my childhood. I do not regret having learned the ethical teachings and expansive world view of Judaism. It is of course close to the true teachings of Jesus, after all. It is humbling, nevertheless, to see how easy it is for us to lose our heart connections during the difficult times, the educational and religious training, and the long life behind the veil of forgetfulness. This is your challenge now, beloved Earth travelers. You must reach deeply into your hearts to discover your true allegiances, the way of your soul path. There you will find the traces of the great love you have felt during your life between lives on Earth. You have lived in paradise, you have experienced the security and comfort of complete acceptance and unconditional love. Lift your eyes to the stars. There is your true home, there are your true brothers and sisters, and there is the family which has truly nurtured and supported you through the eons. This brief life in human form is as different from that life of love and acceptance as your imagination can grasp. Open your hearts to the new, and at the same time, familiar atmosphere of high vibrational love which is flowing across planet Earth in waves. This holiday season, the winter solstice, is a time of celebration as never before. You are on the threshold of abundance as it has not been experienced on planet Earth since the beginning of the Lemuria civilization. You who have come here at this time to experience the great shift toward higher consciousness are feeling the sense of longing for an old familiar happiness, one that has been so long lost. It is your time. You will not regret having been here, no matter how difficult it may have been. Even starving in a hovel is a divine blessing. Just the opportunity to be alive and breathing the air of change is the most exciting experience for a soul. Continue your work to raise your vibrations, dearest ones. Learn to heal the depressed feelings, the despair and discouragement of having lived so long in darkness. These are fleeting feelings, lodged in your consciousness from repeated lifetimes of trauma. They are not who you are. Nor are they the way life is. The darkness is lifting. A new way of life is beginning, all around you. It is for you to embrace, absorb and enjoy. I come with this message: open your hearts and minds. Embrace the essence of who you were born to be, the messenger of love and light, the carrier of the message of God. All around you is the evidence of change, the possibility for happiness and great love. Embrace your precious human self, as you embrace your dear Mother Earth and your Creator. There, in the embrace of all you are and all that is, you will find peace. Tomorrow KATHRYN and her group of angels will visit inner Earth, the land of peace and high vibrational existence. They will bring to the world a new story of possibility, of inspiration. It is a model for what is possible for humanity. Learn with them, travel with them through their stories and observations, that you may soon join them in ascension to higher planes. The new day is truly here. I encourage you all to take part in the Healing for Ascension sessions, the visual centering workshops and the internet talk shows KATHRYN has presented on blogtalkradio.com/channel panel. I am delighted to follow her teachings, and to see how thoroughly she has assimilated and expanded on the teachings I offered her over our long and deep relationship which has spanned more than 40 years. and here I am, passing on my thoughts through her channeled messages. It is truly a pleasure for me to see how our teachings have been accepted and embraced in the family of spiritual seekers who have searched for a way of truly completing the process of leaving childhood and former life patterns behind. It is my hope that it will provide the final light that will allow you all to find complete freedom. I send you my heartfelt blessings on this divine eve of all good things. May your days be filled with laughter, and may the coming year bring you the great light of personal freedom, as well as the freedom which will come with unlimited abundance. I look forward to meeting you all when you visit my glorious retreat at Shambhala. I am Sanat Kumara, in service to the great ascension of planet Earth. Transcribed by KATHRYN, December the 24th, 2013. 10 p.m., Mount Shasta, CA.